Good afternoon, or almost noon, water signs. This is Krista, your resident reader within this now tarot. Definitely happy to be here with you today to give you a channeled message reading for water signs of Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer for the month of October. I'm going to go and do a quick clearing of the cards before we get started. I'm going to keep this message short and sweet to make it easily digestible. And just to give everybody a little heads up, we are heading into a new moon in the Northern Hemisphere next Wednesday. I believe it's the 25th of October. We also have a partial solar eclipse that's happening as well next week. I haven't looked to see where the partial solar eclipse is visible from yet, but when I do find that information out, I'll let you know for sure. Water signs, what type of cards, which set of cards would you like to work with today? Let's do tarot. Moon and Stars Tarot. I'm going to call in our creator, Alpha and Omega, creator and creatrix, ancestors, for the highest good of my water sign collective. Channeled message reading. Will be no deception, no deflection, no distraction, or no destruction allowed within this space. We humbly ask for your assistance in this channeled message reading for our water signs for October of 2022. Let's make this a next maybe 7-day forecast reading. Heading into the Scorpio new moon next week. Of course, this is not just for sun sign water signs. Your moon is in water. Your rising ascendant on Venus or any other of your planets and the placements of your birth chart. This reading can definitely have something that may resonate with you. As always, take what resonates. Don't ever be afraid to leave the rest. And if that means leaving the whole reading, no worries on that. This isn't for everybody. Personal discernment is key above and beyond everything. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share if you feel that this resonates with you and you feel motivated to. It does help grow the channel so I can continue to provide these free channel message readings to the collective, which I really enjoy doing. Of course, you can find additional information in the description box below my channel. You can contact me for personal one-on-one readings, and that information is located below. All right. Apparently the cards are going to jump out of my hand, and quite a few of them at one time. So let's see what we have here. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Major Arcana card. We also have the High Priestess in the upright, another Major Arcana. My goodness, the Sun in the upright, an additional Major Arcana. The Empress in the upright. My gosh, water signs. 5 cards on the table, including the Magician in the reverse. And every single one of these cards is a Major Arcana. One moment. Wow. These are major life chapter cards. To have 1 or 2 or even 3 in a spread is heavy, or significant, I should say. To have a spread that has literally every card that hit the table, and there's 5 of them thus far, and every single damn one of them to be Major Arcana cards, is more than significant. So I'm really interested to see what in the world is going on for water signs. Let's get one more card to make it an even 6 for the first 6 cards on the table. Creator, can we get one more card, please, for our water signs for Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer for October 2022. One more card. There we go. Okay, 2 more cards. You got to be kidding me. And another major arcana in the upright, the Hierophant. We also do have our own, the only card on the table that's not a major arcana, came out at the same time as the Hierophant. And that is the 4 of Cups. It is in the reverse. Wow. If I have time, I will be pulling definitely some clarifiers, cards for clarification, because, whoo-wee, I don't know if I've got enough time before I hit time to go to work for myself to explain all of this. I may have to pause this video part of the way through this and pick it up this evening when I have a bit more time to go into it. But let's go ahead and do a quick reflection on the cards that have hit the table. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, major arcana card. It is the 10th card in the major arcana, and at the bottom of the card you can see it does say karma. If it were in the upright, it would be indicating karma that is coming back in a good way for somebody. Karma is neither good nor bad. It is both, and it is simply to me, it's nature balancing things out and things coming back around the way that they always do. So if you've done good in your life and you operate in a place of integrity and a place coming from a place of not harming other people intentionally, of course we're going to hurt people unintentionally and sometimes maybe intentionally as well, but most of the time if you're living from a good place, you're not hurting anyone intentionally. Your actions, they may injure others by those other people that have their own experiences in life, experiencing how we are bringing ourselves towards them, and the manner in which we are acting, or the manner in which we are embracing about ourselves. It may irritate somebody else's demons and injure them. That's not an intentional injuring of anyone. I like to call that the golden opportunities we have when we ruffle the feathers of each other in a non-intentional way, so we can further heal. A mirror showing us something that we need to deal with that may be bothering us, and something that someone's not doing to us, but something that is being reflected towards us, that is drawing something up from within us that we need to take a look at because it's bothering us and it wasn't intentionally done by anybody towards us. This in the reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, though, is indicating the more negative side of karma, because it is positive and negative. And I like to look at that like terminals on a battery, more so than positive, happy-go-lucky, and negative on the bad side of life, or like a negative attitude. I like to look at it from a charge of a battery or a charge of an electrical system. This is karma in the reverse. So whoever this reading is resonating for, or someone in that person's world, if it resonates, is on the receiving end right now of things that are coming back around to bite them in the ass, to level the playing field for things that they have done that were not from a place of integrity. Again, this could be you if this reading resonates for you. This could be somebody you're dealing with or have dealt with in your world as well. Take that how it resonates for you. And on the world card, every one of the zodiac signs are here. Every one of them are depicted on this card. So that could literally mean not just a water sign. That's going to be any sign that this reading may be resonating with. And this is for cross watchers, of course, as well. Right after that, we also have the next card in the deck, Major Arcana, the High Priestess, card number 2 in the Major Arcana. At the bottom of the card, you'll see it does say Inner Voice. The High Priestess is someone who's very super intuitive. an empath to the nth degree. Someone who has a lot of insight without not necessarily knowing how they know things that they know. They may have always had this gift and it's always been with them. They keep things, they keep their cards close to their chest. They're not running around per se telling the world the insights that they have. They keep those close to them. They may share a little bit here and there, but for the most part, they keep these insights to themselves. Just because it is depicting, and it says priestess, depicting a woman who has white hair, is in a dress, and is holding, looks like maybe a scroll in their left hand while they're sitting on top of the world meditating. And they also have a triple moon goddess crown on their head. That could also be indicating something to do with, forgive me the way I'm pronouncing this because I usually forget how it's said, Hecate, the goddess, triple moon goddess. That may resonate for somebody out there if this reading is for you. This person is going within, feeling and channeling all the information that they're receiving. They are a channel from the divine. Receive a lot of insight without even trying. So when they do try, it really unleashes the floodgates. And just because it is a woman depicted on the card, this just indicates a feminine energy. It doesn't mean the reading is specifically about a woman. As I always say in my readings, it's masculine and feminine. All of us hold that energy within. So king doesn't mean necessarily man. Queen doesn't mean woman. Emperor, empress, the same thing. High priestess, the exact same thing. Going into the third card in the reading, we have the 19th card, Major Arcana card, which is the sun. You'll see mountains with the sun peeking out from behind the mountains at sunrise. Also, you can see the moon is still in the sky behind the sun. Oftentimes when the sun is coming up, it's not uncommon to be able to still see the moon in the sky as well, even throughout the day sometimes. At the bottom of the card, it does indicate positivity, and that is what this card means, especially in the upright. Two people, it looks like a man and a woman, male and female, watching the sunrise. To me, this always indicates, especially, and of course the cards around it do have a lot to say about it as well. This is indicating a brand new day, illumination, positivity, as the card says on the bottom of it, brand new beginnings. Really a very good, happy card to have in your reading, if this is your reading. And I have to say that the Karma card in the reverse, followed by the High Priestess, the Sun, and then the next one we have in the reading, the Empress. These are two totally different energies. These three right here are one person in the situation. Definitely feel that. The Karma card, the Magician in the reverse, those are another person in the situation. The Four of Cups, I believe this also goes with the High Priestess person, the Sun, and the Empress. And the Hierophant, we'll talk about that one individually, because I think that that is something that could lean towards either person in this situation. The Empress card we have is the next Major Arcana on the table. It is card number 3 in the Major Arcana. The Empress, she does embody all 4 queens in the deck. The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. The Empress is a very nurturing energy, a very abundant and a very prosperous in energy, prosperity. She nourishes herself first and foremost before she nourishes anybody else. So she does, she's very well versed in self-care. If this reading is for you and you're this person in the reading, then that is going to resonate for you. Make sure that you are continuing to take care of yourself first and foremost, as you have been doing. Continue to exercise and stretch that muscle. She's also very fertile. She plants seeds, and those seeds come to fruition. Very healthy things are grown from the things that are planted in her fertile soil. She, like the Empress is, or the High Priestess, is sitting on top of a planet, not Earth like the High Priestess, but I believe that that is Saturn. that she's sitting on top of, but I'll have to double check that. Again, a feminine energy, but it can be a man holding a feminine energy as well, since we all do have that within us. The next card in the reading is the Magician in the reverse. Again, I believe that this card is tied specifically to the Karma in reverse as well. A Magician is it's card number 1 in the major arcana. However, when you're looking at the arcana, it's not the first card in the arcana. Card 0, the Fool, is the very first card in the arcana. The Magician is associated with the sign of Taurus, because when you're looking at how the zodiac signs start, Aries is number 1, which is the Fool, and Taurus is number 2, which is the Magician. But again, this could be any placement in your chart or the person's chart that this reading may also be about, that has to do with the situation at hand. The Magician has all 4 elements within their grasp and within their field of energy. They are able to manifest very easily because they do contain Wands, Cups, Swords, as well as Cups. Pentacles, that was the other one I was forgetting. Sorry about that. Because they hold all 4 of those elements within their energy field, and they are associated with Taurus, who is a very good 3D manifester. It's probably, in my opinion, the best manifester in 3D, this 3D reality we find ourselves in, for manifesting tangible objects specifically. This person holding this energy is in the reverse, which means they are not using their powers for good things in life with integrity. Again, to me, this is somebody that has done things or has continued possibly to do things that are not coming from a place of integrity, and they damn well know it. They continue to use their tools at their disposal, which they have in their energy field, to create chaos and conflict, and they're doing it intentionally, knowing full well what they're doing. And because of that, karma is coming to kick their ass. It does say skill at the bottom of the card, because this is a skillful person. Whether the person is within integrity or not, they still contain those 4 elements within their field of energy, and they can use those powers for good or evil, if you want to look at it from that way as well, for God or the devil, good or evil. The next card in our reading is the 4 of Cups. It is in the reverse. It's our only non-major arcana card on the table. It is indicating the emotional realm, watery realm of emotions, and it is specifically, Cups are associated with the water sign, specifically Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer energy. If it were in the upright, it says distraction on the bottom of the card, and that can definitely be the case, because when you're looking at it from a traditional Rider-Waite style deck like this deck over here, it's usually a young man who is sitting up against a tree with his arms crossed, and he has 3 cups that are in front of him, possibly spilled over or just sitting there, and he's looking off, imagining things, and he's off in his field of imagination, which imagination is great, but we have to balance and temper that with our 3D reality as well, and being grounded. So this person, if it was in the upright, they may be distracted because they're not content, or they've grown complacent with their life or the things that are going on in their life. In the traditional card, the young man that has the 3 cups in front of him that he's not content with any longer fails to see there's a 4th cup being handed from the hand of the Most High towards him, but he's too busy off in his head to realize, or too far off in the realm of emotion and imagination, imagining something different, rather than doing something about the state of affairs that he might be in, that he's complacent with, or she's complacent with, staring off into the wild blue yonder, imagining what life might be like over there, but not taking any action to actually get over there. And now this card is in the reverse. It's not in the upright. So when it's in the reverse, I see it as the opposite of being distracted. This card is indicating someone who is not just off in their imagination, imagining a world and a life that's completely different than the one they have. This person that this card resonates with, I feel, goes along with the High Priestess, the Sun, and the Empress. This person is not distracted. This person is taking action to manifest a life and to create a life that they don't need a break for or a vacation from, a life that they don't need to go off in their imagination to escape, and a life that they enjoy being in. So I really feel that that Four of Cups goes with the High Priestess, the Sun, and the Empress, not with the Karma, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, or the Magician. Fifth card, or I should say not fifth, seventh card in the reading, and our final card is another major arcana in the upright. It is the Hierophant. Again, this energy is standing on top of the world, much less like the High Priestess. It's card number 5 in the major arcana. At the bottom of the card, it does say guidance. This can be counsel that you may be seeking or may need to be sought outside of oneself. This could be a higher power. This could be somebody that's finding their solace with God, finding their connection with God, or with maybe somebody who's helping them. They're seeking counsel from someone. This can also be spiritual leaders that someone may be getting counsel from, or spiritual guides. It also can indicate a traditional way of being, tradition in itself. It can also indicate higher learning as well. I am going to have to go ahead and cut this reading a little bit short right now, and I'm going to leave the cards out on the table because I am going to come back and get some more clarification on these here in a little while. So be well, be blessed, and be balanced. Have a wonderful day.